Or risk losing a raise. A multi-billion-dollar metro company now giving its employees that ultimatum.
41 Action News investigator Andy Alcock shows us the controversial agreement Cerner now wants its workers to sign.
Company leaders sent this form to their nearly 17,000 U.S.-based employees to promise not to pursue any type of court action against Cerner. Multiple attorneys have received numerous complaints from Cerner employees about it. The move comes as Cerner is facing 2 class action lawsuits in Missouri State Court.
Kansas City's Cerner Corporation has grown from a company started by 3 colleagues and an accounting firm to a multi-billion-dollar health information technology business with offices in more than 30 countries around the world. Court records show the company is currently facing 2 class action lawsuits from employees claiming they should be eligible for overtime but aren't getting it. 2 other similar cases are in the settlement stage in federal court. Now company leaders want employees to sign this arbitration agreement stating those employees won't take part in any future class action lawsuits against the company.
I think this is an attempt by the company to limit its exposure in a couple of ongoing lawsuits and for future purposes.
In multiple company emails and text messages 41 Action News exclusively obtained, company leaders say any employees who don't sign the agreement won't be eligible for merit pay raises. And they offered employees a $500 stock option if they signed it before Tuesday. Labor lawyer Mike Hodgson says the merit pay provision could be a reason to challenge the legality of the agreement in court.
Hammer and carrot sort of effect, that if you sign it, here's your carrot, and if you don't sign it, then we're going to hit you with a hammer.
A Cerner employee who didn't wish to be identified calls the move underhanded. The employee says if workers don't sign, the message is you have no future with the company.
I think that that's a very valid perception.
However, Cerner spokesman Dan Smith told us by phone it's up to the employees to decide whether or not to sign the agreement. He says although employees who don't sign can't get merit pay, they can still be promoted and get raises that way. Smith further believes arbitration benefits both the employees and company because a third party will settle the dispute more quickly than court, at less expense, and unlike court, out of the public eye. Hodgson disagrees, but he does say arbitration can protect Cerner from bad publicity.
It would be difficult for a media source to necessarily pick up on it.
If all U.S.-based employees sign the arbitration agreement, it would cost Cerner less than $8.4 million in stock options, which can't be used for at least 2 years. And the stock price would have to increase for employees to make any money.
My general impression is that this is just a drop in the bucket of what it would save Cerner if everybody was to execute these arbitration agreements.
By contrast, the company's website says Cerner did a record $1.59 billion in business in 2015's third quarter alone, up 44% from last year's third quarter.
Cerner's Dan Smith points out even the employees who sign the arbitration agreement aren't necessarily going to get merit pay raises. They must be earned. Hodgson says one key provision of arbitration is it limits employees' ability to pool their resources to make company-wide change. Under arbitration, a complaint against the company must be made by an individual. I'm investigator Andy Alcock, 41 Action News.